Hey guys, welcome back to World Mechanics. Today guys, we'll be starting to work on the front bumper on the Fiesta ST. I know you thought we sold it, we didn't, we still keep that thing, we love it, but we were a little bit busy with other projects. So as you know, we just used the rivet gun to fix that last time so we can get it on the road, but you can see how terribly bad that thing is. And we want to go with an aftermarket bumper in the future. I want to import one from Europe, it's coming soon, but until then just want to fix that to look halfway decent. So stay with us guys and we'll try to make it look great again and see if we can achieve that. Stay with us guys. Alright guys, so we removed the headlight. What we're gonna do, we're gonna push the rivets in a little bit like that, so we have a little bit lower spot and we can apply the epoxy over the fiberglass. We'll see what we're gonna use now. Okay, time to sand it by hand now. Okay, so we can prepare everything for the fiberglass. Okay, time to get some acetone, and we need to wipe all the dust, make sure everything is super clean before we proceed. We don't have shiny spots, and also that you don't have any grease from your fingers. Preferably wear gloves when you do that for your own health, because acetone is not good for you. And mask as well. So that's what we're doing now guys. We'll try to rebuild this one just for us to see how it looks. Fiberglass jelly right here, that's what we're using next. Okay, we have spacers here so we don't get the fender that way. Okay, you always need to mix those if you work with the fiberglass, bondo, whatever it is, because usually you have stuff on top, so mix it good. And this is the cream hardener, that's the activator. Depending on the temperature, sometimes you don't have more than 3-4 minutes of work time on those. Okay, we need to mix it and you need to press it down, okay, like that, so you get the air out of it, you don't have any air pockets. If you mix it in circle, you're going to create air pockets that you see later as pinholes. Okay, we'll just apply one coat now. This is pretty good stuff. It's really strong. And you can sand it and shape it later as well. So we got 120 sandpaper. We're gonna sand it now. Alright guys, so it started shaping. We have low spots of course, but that's on purpose because we need to use the fine bondo for that. Okay, we need to we need to get it here by hand because we cannot access it with the machine, and we'll put another layer. Alright guys, so we are ready here. We need to clean everything really good, make sure we don't have any dust, and we'll be ready for the fine bondo now. Okay guys, so we're using the 3M Platinum filler now. This one is really easy to work with, really easy to sand. Okay, it comes with a blue activator. It really doesn't matter so much the color of the activator, but we like the blue one. Okay, we need to mix it, make sure it's one uniform color. You need to press it down while mixing it, okay, that way you won't have any pinholes. Okay, we'll shape it as much as we can, and then we'll sand it. Most likely we'll have a low spot somewhere. We'll see, but it might be fine from first time. So that's what it looks like now, guys. We'll let it sit for about 30 minutes and we'll be ready to sand it. We're ready to sand it now. It's been about 30 minutes or so. Alright guys, so now we're just shaping it by hand. As you can see, it started looking a lot like the original one. Okay, so we just need to see if we're going to have a low spot somewhere. So we're going to clean it and apply a little bit more. We have a few pinholes here and there, and we also have to fix our arch. Okay, right here you can see this is low spot, so we need to curve a little bit more up and then come down. So we need to fix that now, and we're very close to being able to spray the primer. Alright guys, so we applied some. You can see we brought the arch a little bit up. We'll wait about 20-30 minutes and we'll be ready to be sanding it. Hopefully that will be the last sanding and we'll be able to spray the primer. We're working with 240 sandpaper now. Okay, so we can bump the scratches out of the 80 and 120 that we use. Okay, you can see how smooth it gets. We need to make sure that we follow the same edge like this one right here. So we need to work on this side a little bit. Okay, and we'll be ready for wet sanding in a little bit. So we are ready to wet sand it now. Everything looks good. We will use a high build primer, so minor imperfections and edges we can still fix them a little bit. So with the 400 sandpaper now, okay, we're going to dip it in water and sand the area that we will spray primer on. You gotta make sure you don't have any shiny clear coat or anything like that. Okay, dip in water again. Make sure you don't mess your edges if you're doing something like that, because it's really easy to mess them up while you're wet sanding. I mean, it's 400, it's not very sanding sandpaper, but still it does have effect on edges, so be careful around the edges. Okay, we'll get the top one right there now, okay, that gap, to make sure that everything looks good there. Okay, perfect. And we'll rinse it off, dry it, and we'll be ready to spray some primer. Okay, so when you get it wet and you can look from behind, you'll usually be able to see high and low spots like that when we rinsed it off. So it looks pretty good. Stay with us. Let's spray some primer and paint it later. Alright guys, so we cover the whole car now with plastic so we don't spray the rest of the car with primer and paint. We need to do the same thing later, so we're just going to cut a hole here now where we're going to use the primer and tape everything around it. So we are ready now, so we can go ahead, mix the primer, get the air compressor going and spray the bumper. Okay guys, so we use a primer. Okay, this one right here, Max Field 2K, really good stuff. You need to use a reducer and activator with it as well. Usually mix 4 to 1 to 1 of those. We have a little bit pre-mix. We use the little gun because we won't need too much. Okay, and always make sure that you get a filter to go through filter so you don't have big chunks of primer or something get stuck in the gun. So we'll spray one light coat at first and then we'll spray 2 heavier coats and wait about 20 minutes between each of them. Gotta make sure we get the edges good every time. Okay guys, so this is it. We are going to leave it now for a little bit, probably overnight, and we'll be ready to send it tomorrow and shape it even a little bit better now and prepare it for paint. So we are ready now to start sanding it and we'll be ready for paint today. Alright guys, so we're gonna dip 400 sandpaper in water now, okay, and we'll start sanding, okay. Going back and forth. We need to get rid of those pinholes that we filled in. Okay, you need to dip a little bit more, then go again. Now we'll need to shape all the edges right. We need to make sure that we try to follow the same body lines as the rest of the car. Alright guys, so we're ready to finish it now. We're going to rinse it off quick, let it dry. You're going to see when we rinse it off. You can see how we shape the body lines. We have, okay, this edge right there and this one as well. Okay, so we're ready to pour the tape, give it a good bath and prepare it for paint. That's when the truth comes out actually guys. When you paint it, that's when you see all the imperfections that you have left. So we'll see. Sometimes it looks good like that in your painting, you're like, oh my god, you know. Okay, so we'll let it dry and we'll proceed with paint next. Alright guys, so now we're going to get 600. We'll do the area that we already did, and all the tapes that you see, this will be the area that we'll clear coat. That's where we'll be blending clear coat. And also the paint right here, we will blend it halfway, so you see how that's gonna work. If it's gonna work, that's my question. So we just need to sand everything until we don't have a shiny spot on the clear coat with 600 now. So we cover the whole car, we are ready to paint now. We'll be blending the paint about right here, and the clear coat will be there, and we'll show you how we are going to do that, so stay with us guys, let's finish it. Alright guys, so we're going to get a shop towel now, okay, clean shop towel. We're going to put it by the tape, close to the tape. Okay, like that. Tape on top of it. Okay, next, what we're going to do, we will flip it this way. Okay, let it hang like that, and now we need to make sure you don't pull too much on it. Okay, and that way we'll have a gradual clear coat decrease there, so we'll be able to sand it and blend it really good. Alright guys, so that's what it looks like, and we're ready to get some paint. We have the paint ready here, that's the leftovers that we have from before. The gun is ready, we need to get a filter now. Make sure we don't drop anything, okay. Always use paint filter, otherwise you will regret it guys. Okay, we won't need too much paint, that's enough. This is ready to spray paint, pre-mixed, everything is inside of it that it needs to be. We'll do 2 or 3 coats we'll blend the paint about right here, as I said before. First coat needs to be light, and the next ones could be a little bit heavier. You gotta make sure you get all the edges, because you don't want to have different color primer there. Okay, this will be good. We'll wait about 15 minutes for the next coat. Second coat now. Okay, and we'll do one more after that. Okay guys, the third coat now, we are ready for it. Okay, and next clear coat. Okay guys, this is the clear coat that we usually use, finish one. The activator, you need to get slow, fast or medium depending on the temperature. It's pretty hot here, so we use slow. And we already mixed it 4:1, so we're ready to spray it now. We're ready for clear coat, and you should always wear face mask for that stuff. Oh yes, it's ready. Then we'll need to buff it and buff the edges, so we'll have a video for that as well. Stay with us guys. So now we will be ready to wet sand it, okay, so we can get rid of orange peel and to blend the clear coats here. You can see we have a little bitty line, but mostly the difference is because, as you can see here, we wet sanded it before, so it can bond really good, and here as well. So we'll be using 2000 sandpaper, soft bulk now, and we'll dip it in water and we'll sand it to get rid of the orange peel and to blend the clear coat and see how it's going to look. Okay, so it will take some sanding. You just have to be careful if you do something like that, not to go through the clear coat, because if you do, you have to spray it again. Okay, you see it will start foaming. And you can actually replicate the clear coat of the vehicle, the orange peel of the vehicle if you need to. It's not very hard, because if you make it too smooth, it will look weird too. Okay guys, so we're ready to rinse it off now, and we'll be drying it and we'll be ready to polish it. So you're using a buffing pad by 3M for rubbing compound. We'll be using another one for machine polish later. So step 1 and 2 by Perfect It Series 3M works amazing. We just need a little bit, you don't need as much of that stuff, okay? Sometimes it takes 1, sometimes it takes 2 coats. Okay, so we can bring the shine to it now. You see, and we will be ready to see what it looks like after that. Alright guys, machine polish now. We're using actually the rubbing compound right now at 18 to 1900 RPMs. Machine polish, the second step, you can go a little bit higher later, around 20,000, 2,000. Alright guys, so now we're using step 2. Okay, we're using the other pad now. And usually it takes 1 or 2 coats depending, guys, on the cover as well, depending on the condition, but usually 2 coats rubbing compound and 2 coats machine polish will do really good stuff. Okay, just a little bit more. And we're ready to polish it. As I said, we can go up to, I think, 2000, 2100 RPMs on this one. Okay guys, so let's go check out the bumper now. This is it, guys. This is the end result. As you can see, we have a little bit of cover mismatch, okay, right there, and we'll be fixing that in the future as well. The bottom part blended really good, and right there it blended super nice, but on top I overspread it a little bit. It's my mistake, but I'll be re-spraying it soon. Just we need to take care of a few other things now. Okay guys, so for some of you that say that the bumper will crack in the future, this is, guys, 6 months later. Okay, you can see we're in California now, 6 months since we fixed the bumper, and not a single crack. Okay, I'm gonna go close again. No cracks. The same bumper, you can see the same cover mismatch. Okay, right there you can see we haven't fixed that yet, but here it is, guys, so it's still holding. Thank you guys for watching, please subscribe and see you guys next time. Also,